Hello, everyone, or no one, bots. Hello, bots.
Bienvenidos, everyone.
Welcome, guys.
Big Papa Nelson. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Ooh.
Is that Michael?
Oh, is Michael in the chat?
Michael.
Is Big Papa
Hey.
Nelson Michael Nelson?
What's up?
Do we have it? Do we have it yet? We don't have it yet. Garrett, come on.
This.
Before we start, we gotta have it.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
We
right.
gotta
yes.
start. If we don't have it before we start, we can't start.
Pretty low vibe today.
That is a
Oh, man.
very low vibe.
A low vibe.
I'm thinking one is a crit. I'm thinking one is a success. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
actually pretty high vibe. Let's go.
Maybe it's a high vibe.
Then it is, yeah.
Based on the previous
I
roll.
guess we'll see after this session whether
Mhm.
vibe is low or high.
True. True. So we've got our avatars up now. Did
I
I?
see that.
Oh, we're not. I'm not quite right. I'm not quite right. So we gotta. Let's see. Let's do this here.
Oh, shuffling around.
There we go. There we go. That's better. Now
Every day is shuffling.
now it corresponds to the people. Like obviously it doesn't stretch out like we do, but it's like because it Garrett
Yeah.
and then you see
Yeah.
you see what I did? So now
And it looks like I'm actually highlighted. Like everybody should probably be highlighted. Like I've got a little highlight bar just over top of Anya.
You mean your health bar?
that's
health bar?
the health.
I don't see it. I don't see it for anybody else. So it must be my health.
Look at the stream.
Look at the
Yeah.
stream. I see everybody's health, so you can see all the health.
On
Yeah.
the stream you can see everybody's, but on my screen I can only see mine.
See your character. Yeah.
I like that there's like a big dick right over top of Kegel, and it's red like her hat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Worked out well. Nice.
Yep.
All right. So, last time on Up and Away, Nova Destiny, you were headed to execute a plan where
execute something.
where Anya and some of the others were going to get enslaved. Um, Unfortunately, I didn't see any additional slave Anya artwork from last time.
Gotta give it time.
We gotta give it
You gotta
time
give it
because
time.
the YouTube is.
But that's only been up for like what, a day or
That's
so,
true.
right?
Yeah.
True,
It's
yeah.
only been up for a day. But let's see what happens here. But yes, trying to get enslaved in order to be captured by a race of Cyclopean aliens who are slavers called the Kahrin, who uh, run slaves from this world here. This beautiful green world that was provided to us by Daniel Ola. So thank you, Daniel Ola. I'm gonna link your Unsplash page in the description.
Oh,
Yeah, this is
Mission?
no,
Was
this
it
is a
real?
photograph that I found online, but it basically, if you use it, you're supposed to credit the author. So I'm gonna, or
okay.
the photographer. So yeah, shout out to Daniel Ola. I thought this was a super cool looking photograph, and
Is
I
that part of this photo here?
no, it's just
gotta be
the
our ship.
just the planet. That is the that's
And
the
the moon.
destiny
And
right there.
Or is it-
And the moon.
He had like a really cool photo and you bastardized it.
I mean, listen.
Personally, I'm a fan of the pink tinted moon.
Yeah.
I am too.
Listen, I'm gonna just post the photo on the Instagram and give him credit and like link to him and stuff. So, but thank you because it looks cool.
What if
But
he doesn't want to be known?
well, Sorry.
We have so many followers.
I don't think so because, like you wouldn't put your work out there if you didn't want people to like if you wouldn't put it on a
Right.
site where it would be credited if you didn't want people to use it. So anyway, this beautiful green world is the world of Sharahin. Um, and that is the world that you will be going to today. So you've gotten a little bit of information from the computer about Sharahin. One of the things is that first contact was 8 years ago. Um, Before that, it had been a completely preserved world at a tech level somewhat similar to your world. So, kind of a medieval type of a tech level, somewhat, but primarily Elvish. So, the makeup prior to contact was 70% Charl, which is the galactic elf, 25% Laputan, which is galactic halfling, and 5% other, so, various other races. Humans were not native to this world, and the Kahrin also not native to this world. After the craziness that happened with the shakeup with the Auran system and the quadrant that it kind of protected, Sharahin fell into, well, it people didn't care anymore, and now it is an unusual mixed world with somewhat of technology. The computer doesn't really know the makeup at the moment. It's fluid. Uh, it's identified 3 ports. One is Crater City. The information that you have about Crater City was that it was created when an Auron capital ship crashed into the planet. The city is actually the center of the city is part of the wrecked ship. So the city is kind of part of this giant ship in this big crater with like city around it. So that's the first uh, port, intergalactic port. The second port is Malagan, and Malagan was a capital.
It's a mulligan.
Mhm.
Mulligan.
Malagan.
Okay.
Okay, that's the mulligan. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So Malagan was the capital of a large Charl empire, so a large elvish empire on this planet, the Gon. And according to the computer, the empire still exists, but the information on the computer is sparse, and it's unlikely that the Gon actually rule their own empire at this point. Uh, that is kind of a jungly area. And then the third port is Ralajubu. And Ralajubu is the smallest of the 3 ports, and it's the only port that was a port prior to first contact. It was a seaport. It's a Laputan seaport, so a kind of a halfling seaport that now serves also as a starport. And those are your 3 kind of likely places where if you're going to encounter the Kahrin slavers, it's going to be in one of these 3 places, but they are very far from each other. So you kind of
So
have to
we've got Crater City,
Crater City,
Mulligan, and Kajagoogoo.
Malagan.
Ralajubu.
I
Ra-
like Katsugugu.
Kajagoogoo?
yeah.
Yeah.
Hell no. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that is Ralajubu is essentially like a halfling city, or it was a
Rala
halfling
Are
Jubu?
port.
the Rala Ju? Is it Rala Juju or Rala Jubu?
Either or.
Ralajubu.
Rala Jubu. Rala
Rala
Jubu. Rala
Ralajubu.
Jubu.
Hmm.
Okay. Are these halflings in Ralajubu? Are they in the are they the progressive halflings that we need in today's world that so that we can get an Oscar?
What?
You know, we need people of
Mm.
color and gays and
um,
What?
there is most certainly. I would say that there is every color and
ethnic back
variety of
ethnicities.
Laputen in Ralajubu. You actually may be surprised at some of the colors of Laputen that you find in Ralajubu.
I've been canceled on Twitter by now at this point.
Now, you have your standard kits because your kits haven't been replaced. You still have those same standard kits.
God.
So,
With the
Roll
stones?
and find that.
hmm?
Wait a minute. Or no, we have
You have a nut.
but the stones were replaced with like
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
newer thing.
yeah, yeah. The nut was replaced with a you've got a little translator now. So you
Okay,
don't have
okay.
to use the nut, but you can. The nuts are still available. They still exist if you wanted to use one. But yeah, everything else, because I mean, healing is healing. So you know, if it works, it works. Why throw it out? Why replace it with technology?
Very true. Um, okay, so the kit, in case anyone else has to go back and look at it like I did, it is posted in the Discord on March 8th.
Thank you.
All right,
So
so what port are we going to dock at, or the general area we're going to be searching?
Well, I would say that possibly the newest one, the Crater City, might be the place to start.
I agree. It seems like the largest we'd have largest number
It's
to interact with.
it's also the newest.
Okay. Um, so we shouldn't split up probably. We should probably all stick together.
Never split the party.
Always split the party.
yeah, the captain definitely does not want you to split up for safety reasons. Unless there is an absolute emergency, keep the party together. Keep the party together are his instructions. As far as
Do we know how long we have before the slavers show up?
see, that's the thing, is that you need to find their network first. So at the moment, you just kind of know this is where they come and go. Um, Guy and Drake provided you with some vagaries, but
Vagrants.
yeah, vagrants. But yeah, so yeah, you have to you're gonna have to suss these people out.
Okay. Um, so it seems like my character should blend in quite well, right? What wrecked ship did you say this was? Was this a Korin wreck ship
It's an
that made craters?
No, it's an Orin wrecked capital ship. So basically, the Orin that was the 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 King Braveheart and the
Gotcha.
Daniels family. That was that group. Uh, there was a battle um, between it, kind of like a civil war essentially. When Rube went nuts, it prompted all kinds of chaos, and in the chaos, the this giant like Oran capital ship crashed onto the planet, and yeah, and changed everyone on the planet's lives forever. So that's Crater City. Is this, it's this big giant, imagine like a star destroyer or something like crashed into the planet, and then like a city was built within the wreckage of it, on
Gotcha.
top of it, around it. That's essentially what's going on here.
Okay. Noted. Um,
Like I said, I think that's the place we should go first.
Yeah. As far as like what you said, Cameron, so Guthix as an elf and Timmy is a halfling. So your characters probably blend in pretty well here.
yeah. So, do we? I believe last time we said we wanted to use Anya as bait. Do we just have her walk around and like follow, or do we just like, you know, go around looking for information first before we do that? Um,
I would say that yeah, you're
Yeah,
probably
Anya's probably thinking that
she's not just gonna
she
walk
she's
around in a little
she's
string bikini and
yeah,
like a
yeah,
little
yeah.
G string, like make
So
me a slave.
yeah, yeah. The person who's trying to not become a slave, looking for the slavers, is she's probably gonna have to hang back. Actually, as a scout though, she can probably do things a little more secretively, like just like Ren. But Ren's gonna be a lot better at that, of course. But we can kind of get in there, and
I mean,
Anya's probably gonna.
remember your whole party is essentially like is supposed to be stealth, because everybody is
Mhm,
kind of like either like some sort of a rogue or some sort of like a caster that has like stealth abilities. So
mhm.
so
Well,
like the
I
whole
may not have been
party.
able to see me.
We need to tell Jason. We need to clue Jason in on the actual plan though, because he wasn't here for most of this.
Oh, that's right, because he was having
Right.
like
So
yeah.
the reason that
Uh,
Kegel is on this mission is because one, she's a caster. Two, she's tiny. Okay. So the mission is for this group of people. Once Anya has been captured as a slave and taken aboard the slaver ship, everybody else is going to turn invisible and sneak onto the ship as well.
how can
So
everyone turn invisible?
that's thanks to Garrett.
Well,
Thanks
or
to
thanks to you, because
yeah,
you also have invisibility.
you have invisibility, and so does the war.
Right.
So you're going to be turning people invisible. Okay,
Or can
getting
turn people invisible?
oh, God
Yes.
Almighty. How many fucking years have you played D&D? And this is your character.
I don't
So
know.
anyway,
I can
you're
cast it
gonna
on
be
myself.
yes, you can turn people invisible.
You can
So
cast it on other people too.
yeah.
Invisibility.
Oh,
Yeah.
So once the invisible
maybe
people
there's
are
a blanket
are
like
aboard,
area of effect.
once the invisible people are aboard and
The invisible people, the invisible people.
start to cause havoc. God, he's a dick. Um,
Uh,
and start to cause havoc. Then the next part of the plan, which actually involves Rumby, is going to take effect because Rumby, Argyle, and Chud
uh,
are going to come 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 to the slaver ship aboard, I believe, the
the
Lucassi.
Lucchesi, yeah, with Mike.
We're gonna breach. You guys are gonna breach the ship
They're
and
breaching
start.
the
And
fire.
you have blasters, so you're gonna start blasting. And basically everything and then there's a third breach point,
the
There's a
slavers,
third
right?
breach point.
which is Solus
And
and
Drake in the
and
Oh,
Drake
Striker.
yes.
in the Striker. So basically we're going to, because the reason we need to do this is because the slave ship is the arm
How
of
do you
the.
know it's a slave ship?
You weren't here. Drake and
Drake and
Guy told you.
Guy explained
Filled
that
yeah,
there is
filled us
a
in on this.
that
Yeah,
the arm is being used as a slave ship. The
The
left arm, I think.
yeah.
the arm
The
from
arm
what?
of the Ganger, the arm
Oh,
of the
yeah, the
giant,
arm of Ganger
the
5.
yeah, the
Okay,
arm of the
yeah.
giant robot
Yep,
that
yep.
yeah. So
That we need to put back together.
you have to put back together.
So we can't really damage the arm too badly, but we've got to capture the ship from the slavers,
But you got to find these
destroy.
slavers first. Is bottom
But that's
line.
the thing. Yeah. So, but that's the gist of it.
Yes, that is the gist
So,
of
so
what is going
That's why Kegel's around on this
Yeah.
mission.
So that is the other thing is that you guys may want to decide on your spells so that you
Oh,
know what your spells
I
are.
haven't looked at my spells in a minute.
A
How many
minute.
total people do we have to turn invisible?
I haven't had like a freaking like. I don't think we've had like experience in
I
freaking
hear that
making people.
Argyle can
Five,
spell his name.
5?
five, because you're not going to count. You're not going to count Anya. Anya can't. You don't want Anya to be turned invisible. So the five of you are going to turn invisible.
So I have to take it 3 times, and Ruby takes it twice.
Well, what do I need? Because I'm trying to think here. Because shit, like
Plus, here's the thing. It's like
Phantasmal
the
Force.
the ships might show up today, but they also might not show up for like 3
2
months.
months, yeah.
Okay.
But you guys have to have these spells in your pocket to be on the safe, to be ready to go at a moment's notice.
Well,
Because
maybe
because
not today while we're gathering information.
yeah, yeah.
Well, you should have spells prepared every day, regardless.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
just
You
not
never know what happens.
3
Yeah.
invisibility ready to go is what I mean.
Yeah. In this information gathering phase, you may want to choose your spells based on the fact that the computer is telling you that the planet could be hostile. There could be, you know, this create all of these ports are effectively lawless, you could say. So, or if there is law, it's not, it's corrupt law. It's not good. It's yeah, it's bad stuff. So,
Plus,
I
if,
would
if this
prep.
world is like our world, there are all kinds of things on this
Yeah,
world, probably.
exactly. Yeah,
Like,
you should have a wide variety of offense and defense. I would take a variety. I wouldn't say, "Oh, the plan is like happening right now," because you got to find these guys first. So,
Okay, I got my spells.
and
For
then
today.
Anya's going to leave her normal sword, the one that she normally takes with her, because she's actually going to grab a sword from the ship's stores. She doesn't like her personal sword. She doesn't want to take her personal sword, the one that she carries with her. But
okay.
she's actually going to take like a sword from the ship's stores with her that she can just kind of ditch whatever, and she doesn't like care about it.
All right. I
Yeah.
guess if that's what she wants to do. The the captain is asking you how you want to go down. So,
Go down hard, baby.
Kneel down and cry.
fuck.
Open
Um,
wide.
no. How you want to because Crater City is a port, so you can most certainly like land in the city. That is a possibility. if you land in the city, people will know that you have landed in the city. Like you'll be tracked, all that kind of stuff. You'll be they'll have monitored that people have gotten off. Like you're kind of learning. God damn it, Dan. You're kind of learning that
How
that
do you want to go down? They're gonna monitor if you go off.
that there are lots of eyes watching basically, and potentially who knows who.
Could
Uh,
they bear with us?
so you could do that, but you could also touch down outside of the city.
Well,
Um,
as opposed to like inside the city, you could.
exactly, but the outside of the city, like you could actually like try and land in the basically in the jungle outside of the crater. Because prior to this crater being here, there was like nothing here. This was like the middle of the jungle.
I think the jungle would suck.
Well, but it's a world full of elves, so you got some more jungle elves. Just hopefully
Yeah,
they're
but
not
we built like
homicidal.
islands with like crazy elf things that like want to sacrifice us.
True.
Well,
So I don't.
I
I
I
mean,
kind of I'm thinking that if we go to the city and we're seen actually arriving in the city in a ship, then he's right. We'll be tracked. We could be tracked, and it may be more difficult for us to find our target. But if we arrive like settlers, there's only one human among us.
Wait, really? I'm the only human.
Oh no, two humans. Sorry,
I'm here
Ren.
too.
Okay.
Ren, two humans.
Um,
The computer
what
does
I
give you information that there are humans likely in the crater city. There were never humans native before, but it's likely that there are humans or what the computer is calling near humans, or augies.
computer, what is the traffic like of this port? Are there how busy is the port? Would it look strange if we just docked here like any other ship? Is it very busy? I feel like that is the deciding factor in whether we dock inside or outside the city.
When you ask the question, the computer shows you a live feed from it's kind of like a hologram from the planet, and you can kind of see the traffic around the planet, and it kind of zooms it down into Crater City, and you can definitely see like tons of ships like coming and going. But it's
So
really
like a
weird looking because you can see it's like all green jungle, and then this like crater with this like big like gray black in the center of it, and then just kind of like this city all built up around that. But like everywhere else is just green. But there's lots of ships coming and going from the city that you can see.
Well, if there's a large amount of traffic, I mean,
well, here's another thought. What we'll wait until he gets back. Because the DM just ran away. So I don't know what but he's like, what?
Gotta get out of
Wait, squirrel, squirrel.
I had to take TV dinners out of the oven.
Oh, TV dinners.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
man.
The
TV
health the
dinners.
healthy foods there.
Hell
Yeah.
Let
yeah.
me tell you
It's
about healthy food.
D&D
Oh
I went
yeah.
and
food.
I had hot dogs at a hot dog place, a local one.
uh
They slapped. The buns were the softest of any hot dog place I'd ever been to. It was crazy.
Nice.
Nice. Nice. So the question I was gonna ask is what are the distances between the three ports?
So
Like planetary
so
distances.
so you can see the oh, by the way, in case you're wondering, actual actual distance here. by the way.
But wait a minute, we're Americans. Why do you have that in
Oh, wait,
kilometers?
here's like,
We're Americans here,
do
man.
it over here so
We
you
don't
can
need
see
those
it on. Yeah, there we
kilometers.
go.
So it's what? It's 32,000 kilometers to that dick.
Yeah,
Oh my God, that dick
exactly.
is like 4,800 kilometers.
It's a huge dick.
It's a huge dick.
uh,
The Palace Galaxy in the distance.
yeah. That ship is not to scale, by the way.
Each galaxy just uses its own system. We should just have to learn it from there.
Hmm.
They're just these weird symbols we've never seen before.
Yeah.
Exactly. The ship is just big to look cool. It is also a modified Yamato if you look real close. Just because the Destiny kind of does look like the Yamato in a
Yeah.
way, so
I'm telling you, we're gonna get a
so
wave motion gun. I'm just telling you.
it might happen.
It's like Destiny.
So yeah, the ports are as I said before, they're far from each other. They would not be easily travelable on land. Um, the Crater City is like really far from like anything. It's like in the middle of like the biggest jungle, and it's like, uh, yeah. So they're far away from each other, like thousands of miles apart.
Okay. Because I was wondering, I mean, if they're all connected like by waterways or whatnot, we could use the same principle that we did with the Lucchesi before and just make it look like we're boating.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
coming.
No,
Yeah.
no, imagine like one of them is New York, one is Moscow, and one is Tokyo.
Mm,
Like they're far apart, right?
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The one in the jungle has no water source around it.
Uh,
Probably not.
the
So yeah. So
the
does the one in the jungle have water source?
this planet is unusual. This planet has an unusual
The water
makeup.
seeps up from the ground.
It is actually a core water planet.
Ah,
And
we have no
so
idea what that means.
yeah. So there's like you can
The
see
core
like
of
all
water?
these waterways that like yeah, there's lots of water sources. The
So I
planet
wonder,
actually looks like it does.
I'm wondering, could we bring the Lucchesi down and come in on one of those water sources close to Crater City? And it would just look like a boat. And do you think that would be possible?
Are you asking the captain or are you asking the computer?
Asking the computer.
Yeah. So the computer kind of shows you like little kind of waterways kind of going into Crater City. There's definitely a way to kind of get in to the lower city that has like water. There are water ports.
That might be the best way. We could come down into the jungle, into one of the waterways, and then use the Lucchesi as a boat to guide herself into the city.
The computer
That way
also
we
in oh yeah, sorry.
that way we look like we're coming in to the city from another part of the world.
But how well would the Lucchesi blend in with the normal? Um, I'm sure this world has its own style. Would we stand out coming in on the Lucchesi? Not a
Can't one of you
Yeah.
standard.
make the Lucchesi look like anything you want?
What was that?
That was the XO. And she said, "Can't one of you make the Lucchesi look like anything you want?"
Is that a Thawar
Uh,
thing?
No.
Kegel probably can, likely.
The ship?
uh,
I
Yes.
can do that
computer,
to a ship.
show us a native boat.
Make it look like a dick.
I can make it look like anything I want it to look like.
Computer, show us a native boat.
Oh yeah. So it shows you like a bunch of different like native boats. They kind of look like elvish boats. They're kind of weird.
Okay. Well, we can make it look like a elvish boat. Someone else is going to have to fire this thing, though.
Well, Mike
That's
will
okay.
fly you down because you're not leaving. You're not like staying down there. You're not like leaving a ship down there, right? Because
Yeah,
the
but
whole
what's going
point
to
is to
happen?
get captured and then.
Right. But what happens
Yeah.
when he flies off?
The, well, it's the same thing that we did on our world. So we fly down at night, we float in, he pilots out, waits till nightfall, and then flies off again
I know. I'm
out of
saying.
the
Like,
jungle.
Or
I'm
he can
saying.
just fly out from. Mike's just like, well, I could just fly out from the city. It'll be a different ship. Who
See,
cares if they track
that's
me?
the thing. It's just like
It's true.
it's like literally, it will look like a different ship when it
He's like,
flies
I'll
out.
just fly out of the city. It doesn't matter. He's like,
But
I'll.
will they know that it's a different ship that we got off of? Because like literally, if we board off of a ship and they see us getting off a ship, and then they see that same ship leaving and it's different,
Well, as long as we do a good job in the switcheroo, it
we'll just
won't
have
be a
to like hang
problem.
out for a while and like intermingle between, I guess, with the native population for a while before you leave, and then so they don't realize that like
Hey, I
uh,
can take shore leave.
How
yeah,
long how long does your spell last for the illusion?
I fucking don't know. Ask the DM that.
No, I'm asking Kegel because
It's fucking retarded.
oh my
Let's
god.
see.
How long does Phantasmal Force last?
I don't
It's
know.
not super long.
It's not super long. I'm looking it up. But
It's only like, I don't know how many rounds. It's I think it's like 10 rounds maybe.
uh, old man, old man.
Old man, look at my life. I'm a
uh,
old man.
fuck is oh, there it is. It says concentration. Hang on.
And that's what I mean. I know it requires concentration. That's why when the thing flies away, it's going to change, and there's a like area of effect, and
Okay. Yeah, so basically it takes it's in effect as long as Kegel concentrates. It's so
so it's no
the
round.
no, it's just
Okay,
indefinitely as long as you concentrate. So
okay.
the idea is that like basically you have to if you can find a way to kind of like obscure the ship for just long enough to like
Long enough. And is there a radius? So I have to be so close to it.
I think there's like I don't know, it's like there's like a thing. There's a cube. I just had it open. God damn it. Oh wait. I opened right
I'll,
to it.
I'll
20
stay
by
close.
20 by 20.
I'll stay close to the ship. How about that?
So, yeah, I mean as long as you're like and it's well the range is 240. 240 outside which is yards.
And
So
and and
that's a
and,
pretty
and,
good range. So you could kind of actually
yeah.
get kind of far from it and then, depending on
And I have one more question about it. Can you open it up again?
are you serious?
No.
See that? I know you motherfucker.
I was out of it too much last week. I'm trying to make up for it. Yeah,
Cool.
okay. So yeah, I'll just
Yeah.
do the whole like elvish kind of ship looking thing.
All right. So, that's the plan?
That's the plan.
Yeah, that's
All
fine. But
right.
it'd be funnier. Kegel's going to go up to the to the computer and like ask the computer if it can find a vessel in this town, and get an image of the vessel in the town
Like a vessel that's already in
that is
town.
already in the town currently.
Okay. Uh
Unbeknownst to anyone else.
okay. So, let's see. All right. The computer has picked out an appropriate sized vessel.
Okay.
That's like appropriate to the size of the Lucchesi from recent rosters transmitted.
Okay. I want to. Okay, so as when we prepare to go down, I'm going to cast phantasmal force on our vessel to make it look like that vessel.
Okay. Entering the system now, Captain. There she is.
Oh, speaking of that, isn't that even a cool plan? Because we find out what the slaver vessel looks like. We can like do a switcheroo or something.
Well, you know what the slaver vessel looks like. The slaver vessel looks like an arm.
Yeah. Like, can I make our vessel look like an arm?
Why would you want to do that right now? And the arm is really big too. Like it's a big
Uh,
arm. It's like a you know
it's bigger than a baby's arm.
bigger than a baby's arm. For sure it is. Definitely.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
So the Mike and the Lucchesi takes the party down to the planet. As you're coming down, you notice that there are some big fucking plants like in this jungle, some like really like titanic plants. And you kind of come down in between them and you see there's
Dinosaur.
water. Dinosaur, yeah, 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 yeah.
Dinosaurs.
Uh, Actually, around here you don't see much. You don't see much animal life at all. You come down just outside the crater and get into the water, and Kegel turns the ship into some other ship. It doesn't quite look like the Elvis ship that you pulled up on the computer, but you're inside, so that's hard to tell. And Mike brings you in. You go through a series of tunnels, and you see some other ships that are in the water. They're clearly starships, but it looks like some of them are like maybe water landers. You go through more tunnels, and then finally you come into a little harbor. And it's kind of like a cave because you're kind of inside one of the rim parts of the crater. So you're kind of underneath that crust. So you're kind of in this kind of water cave, and it's unusual looking because there's kind of like this. It just looks like it's all been just completely like hollowed out, but like perfectly. The craziest army of dwarves could never accomplish, you know, what's happening here. And Mike takes you into a kind of a slip that looks familiar, kind of. I mean, it kind of looks like a boat dock.
So I'm trying to grasp the situation. So basically, we came into this perfectly rounded cave outside the edge of the crater, and we're entering into Crater City right now and
Mm-hmm.
onto a boat dock. Okay.
Yep.
Do we see anyone?
You can see this area. You can see the ship, the ship city, basically, kind of up ahead, almost like a big wall of it, and then like just buildings on top of it. But it's the kind of in the distance. Here, there seems to be like a series of small buildings, uh, near the water, but it like kind of unmarked. But there's a lot of traffic. I mean, it kind of looks like a dock, just a very high tech one.
Okay.
Does it
Um,
look like there's a control station or like a tower kind of like saying where to go for anything? Is there any type of like, I don't know, administrative system in place here, or is it just
So Mike is just
Earth?
kind of like heading forward slowly at this point, and you haven't heard any like you haven't gotten any contact yet. There is a little console on the Lucchesi now that you could Thwar is familiar with this communication console, so he could access it if he would
Yeah.
like.
Could I see if there's like any radio signals or something going by?
Yeah, go ahead and make an intelligence check. You Thwar like plays around for a little bit, and finally he finds a signal, and his translator translates it for him. You can hear unidentified ship, unidentified ship. Please identify yourself.
Well, this is SS Mike requesting a dock.
SS Mike, do you have a transponder code?
Uh, I do we have one? Is that actually a thing? Probably not.
You're not sure.
Ask him how we find our
Um,
transponder code.
I'll ask. I'll
Um,
ask our ship first. Hey guys, are we doing this high and dry? By
Why
the
not?
books? All right. I don't respond. No, we do not have a transponder code.
You do not have a transponder code. Are you a local ship?
we are.
Oh, we're just a few bushes down the stream.
Everything's fine here. Don't send
We're
anybody. We're
just
all
walking
Degree
fine.
down the line, you know?
Bam, bam, blam, blam.
SS Mike, please dock at slip 478. Prepare for boarding.
Roger, Roger. Boarding won't be necessary, thank you. Over.
Proceed to the slip.
I think he said 2477. Yeah.
Mike's like, alright. So Mike kind of meanders on. He's kind of looking. He this thing kind of like comes in front of the ship. It's like this floating bulb, and it's like it kind of gets right in front of the ship, and then like is going right in front of him. He's like, I think that's for us. And he follows this light into this slip and uh, docks the Lucchesi,
oh dear.
which at the moment doesn't look like the Lucchesi, by the way, just so everybody remembers. So
I
this
suppose we should have made up a backstory for this, but oh well.
I mean, our current regular backstory is pretty feasible. We were just from a quarantine planet and injected into space. We
So
know
oh,
nothing of
true.
these spaceships.
Actually, we should be adventurers on this planet.
So you should probably get your stories straight because heading for this slip, you see this thing. It's like this big canister looking thing on these like big treads, and it is rolling over towards down towards, it kind of turns. It has these big floppy arms with these like pincher things, and you hear this, please disengage, open the door.
All right,
Get on the floor.
everybody, walk the dinosaur. Beep boop.
Beep boop.
All right, so Guthix is going to light his lantern and go invisible.
Okay. All right. So Gothix lights his lantern. Gothix goes invisible. All right. So do you open the door? Mike's like, we open the door.
Open it up.
All
Well, we
right.
got. Yep.
You open the door, and this like thing comes in, and it's like attached to this big canister, but it's like this little like snaky thing, and it kind of comes into the ship, and it goes, and it's like snaking around the ship, and but it's real thin, and it's like snaking around. It's kind of like looking at everyone, and then it like retracts real quick. SS Mike, what is your business in Crater City?
To refuel.
Welcome to Crater City.
Oh, all right then. Uh,
Why did you just sound like you own a quickie mart just now? All right then.
all right then. I was
All right
trying
then.
to get my Timmy voice warmed up for the day. Sorry.
Give me
Well,
just another moment. Actually, you can talk. Get your Timmy voice warmed up. You do that.
oh Jesus Christ! All right.
So,
So,
yeah,
can
you
we just
guys
leave the
are
ship now?
off. Oh, sorry.
Can we leave the ship?
You can.
All right. Let's see. Let's get our fuel and be on our way, gents.
Right.
So
Everybody,
Tim,
grab your stuff. Let's go.
Timmy marches out of the boat. He peers around on the dock. What does he see?
So he sees a number of different variety of species of peoples. Large, small, fat, round, skinny, tall, mechanical, you name it. All different colors, all different shapes, all different sizes.
Oh dear. Is there any kind of establishment that looks like it has a lot of traffic or people are
It
generally
looks
centered
like
around?
it looks like people are filing up to towards these kind of they're kind of these
Hold on.
And
Somebody, Jason left.
wee woo.
We lost Jay.
ah
J down, J down.
straight down J bomb. Mm.
Jay, I guess we keep going until he gets back.
Yeah,
Who
he'll
knows?
he'll he'll show back up, right? Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
As you were saying.
Yeah, so it looks like people are filing up. I said there were these little buildings. It looks like these little buildings house those robot things that you saw, the treaded cylinder that came out and poked around. Uh, Between those buildings, there people are kind of like filing up, and it looks like they're headed up towards. There's lots of people headed towards the crater. Like I said, you can see the side of that big ship from here,
Sure, rising out
kind of
the
like
crater.
looming over everything. So it looks like people are headed into the inner city.
I guess that's where we go.
Yeah. Let's just kind of follow the crowd, look around for a bit.
you start to follow the crowd, and like almost immediately, like this interesting character comes up to you with two heads, and he's like, one of the heads is like, "Hey, hey,"
Hey, it's
Hello.
fun.
and the other head
What can I do
says,
for you, mate?
"Would you like
Yes, Dick.
some salts?"
Ooh, cooking salts?
Oh, he doesn't know. Maybe we should give him a try for free.
I
This
don't want
doesn't
any
sound
salts.
sketch. First time's free. Of course.
You
Oh no,
don't want
mate.
to sell salts anymore. You need to rethink your life.
What about you? Come on. If you don't respond, they kind of move on pretty quickly. There seem to be all kinds of
Yeah.
hustlers that are trying to get your attention, trying to sell something, or they've got something they need to talk to you about.
Of
Any of
course.
them have a CD? Trying to
Yeah,
sell me
any
a
of them
CD.
have a CD, with where any of them in White Men Can't Jump. Do
Mhm.
they throw that CD right into your hand, and then you're obliged to like pay them $10
Mhm.
because yeah,
Mhm.
In
Yeah.
Paris, they do that with painting.
Nah, in here basically you go and they digitally inject the song into your brain, and then you owe them.
God.
that would suck. That would be terrible. Oh my god.
I mean, hey, you can listen to it instantly,
Mhm.
anytime.
But would you want to? Come on.
I mean, imagine how good it sounds. It's
Mhm.
in your head.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Literally the best quality you can have.
Perfect.
And the guy he knew Woody, and he knew he was in the movie with Woody. So
Mhm.
he yeah. See, he has to be talented.
So you
What?
file up into the city, and you kind of like you see there's like multiple big kind of like lines just going into this city. When you finally get up inside the craft, it's kind of like an Asian shopping mall inside.
Interesting. So
It's
just
just
shit
just
everywhere.
like multi-leveled, and there's just stuff everywhere. It's this really strange it's this really strange mix of what you assume to be culture of this world, possibly culture of other worlds, uh, aboard this like battleship, you guess. So you go in, and I mean, it's just like,
So it's basically just a giant shopping mall and
I mean, it's a giant city where everything is just built all on top of
mm,
everything else, and just like it's just insanity.
So not
Jason's
necessarily
internet went down, by
stores.
Let's
the
walk
way.
through and take a look at the shops.
But there
So
are
we
there
don't.
are stores, there are all kinds of things like.
I'm looking to pawn something off.
oh. I do
Let's
I
go
get
for a walk.
let's see. Guthix has been invisible just following along this entire time. Um
Maybe we should also find a place to set up operations.
yeah, do I get the sense that like anyone were being followed or watched in any way?
Mm, I would say that's more of a danger sense type of a roll.
Oh,
There
even
you
better.
go. Mm, you feel eyes on you, but you feel eyes on
Yeah,
everyone.
thousands of eyes on everybody.
It's
Yes.
yeah, and there's definitely a bit of danger in the air for sure.
How busy is it? Is it like packed with people, or is it just
It is packed with people.
okay?
Like you almost can't believe how packed with people it is.
Okay.
You have been to the imperial capital on your world, and you've never seen anything like this. This is crazy.
Mm. Yeah, let's just go around as Harrison said and look at the shops. If he has something he needs to do, let's do that.
So you start to make your way through, and did you say Guthix unlights his lamp and becomes invisible or no?
No, no, he's still invisible.
He's still invisible. Okay.
Mhm.
So you're kind of making your way through. So let me get a feel for it. What is what is everyone doing? Like how is everyone kind of behaving?
Um, Timmy is just kind of
Like you would
normal.
when browsing a shop for sure for Ren. Just I'm in. It's like an open market. We had these back in our world,
Well,
but they were in the
it's not
sky.
totally an open market. Not exactly. Like it's just everything on top of everything. It just buildings and
Hmm.
it's built up in an unusual
Oh, wait a
way
minute.
because of the
It's like a,
structure of the
you're
ship.
saying it's like a Chinese market, but it's like a Chinese market, like Hong Kong style, where there's like the old school market stuff on top of newer buildings, on top of neon, on top of
Yes.
music and lights and
Yes.
sound, and
Yes.
it's like an overwhelming kind of thing.
It's overwhelming. Yeah, that's kind of my
Okay.
yeah. It's supposed to be it's like really overwhelming because it's like that mix of technology and like weird tribal, and it's just there's so many people, and it's just like there's like it's really overwhelming.
So maybe like Blade Runner, maybe
Yeah,
kind of
a little
like a Blade
a
Runner
little
kind of
Blade
style.
Runnery. Yeah, yeah. And then imagine like have you ever seen those cities in Brazil where like there's just like
Stacked
houses
on top. Yeah.
taxed? It's like add in that, but like technology. Like it's just everything everywhere. It's like there might be like
Everything everywhere all at once,
yeah,
huh?
exactly. Like you might like walk underneath some like houses that are like built up on some things that are like on a level above you that are just kind of like hovering above you. There's like, you know what I mean? There's like it's like there's stuff everywhere.
I think that.
And we have neither Drake or Guy with us right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
One
I'm
of them,
kind of,
when
and
we
the
were
reason
talking,
I
they
rolled
had
that
like
is
a
because I
watch
kind of
thing.
wanted to see if she was going to be overwhelmed, and I think that she is overwhelmed at this point. This is this is like almost too much stimulus. She's never had this much stimulus.
Mhm.
So she's kind of just like she's literally following the person in front of her because she's just like there's so much that it's almost shutting her down. She's
That's
never
fine.
seen this
Ren
before.
will lead the charge through this. He's gonna look for specifically for like the type of watch that Drake had that displayed the credits, something like that. just hanging in a storefront or like just anywhere. We're
So
looking for that.
he's really Ren's really trying to look for anything that he can find
Mhm.
at like any shop type things. Anya's overwhelmed. What about Thawar?
I'm gonna be just stuck, like basically stuck right behind a person, but um, wherever we stop or every time we stop or do something, I just want to be watching people and how people are acting and like their antics. Like not really caring about what they're selling or what people are doing, just how people are acting and behaving.
Okay.
So in terms of acting inside the city, um, so Timmy is basically just like acting normal, and then when it gets, kind of crowded, given that he's a halfling, he is mostly just determined of not getting like crushed in the crowd and just make his way around. He probably does not even see that much if it is that busy, except for like the towering structures above. Speaking
It
of which, is it like a catwalk system, or are there like bridges that gap in between if like things?
it's kind of a mismatch. So there are catwalks and kind of bridges and stairs and elevators and lifts and there's like all kinds of different mechanisms. You can imagine this ship crashes, right? And then is abandoned. And then inhabitants start to inhabit, right? And
It's
it's
good.
like
It's like a
whoever,
mishmash of
yeah, and
technology
it's
and
like in the
culture and stuff.
beginning, it's like whoever gets that spot got that spot, right? So that's how it became, and everybody was like, and kind of towards the end as it started to get more and more populous, any little spot that you could grab for yourself, even if it was in a bizarre spot, again, that was your spot. So it's like there's a mismatch of all kinds of stuff. There are even things that you're like, how do I even get there? Where it's just like there's a thing up there. I don't know how I get, like maybe I can, maybe if you levitate, somebody casts levitate and floats up, you could get up there or whatever. So, maybe there's some,
I mean, hey, if Ren sees what he wants up there, he's gonna parkour up.
yeah, maybe there's some, other way. So it's an unusual looking mismatch of things. Uh there are also some things in here that are flying, including people.
Hmm.
So it's not just like it's like there's people in the ground and then there's like people on like bridges and structures and stuff. But then there's like people flying and like some of them look like they're flying on little things, but then some of them just look like they're just like floating around freely.
Does
Okay.
any of them have wings?
Most of the flyers do not have wings, but a couple do. In fact,
Uh,
if you're looking around, if you're looking for someone with wings, you do see somebody who looks like an elf with wings, who is flying. Um, with it look like it looks like it looks like she's flying outside of. Some structure and it's got like lights flashing and you can hear like a doo, 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 doo.
oh God.
Hmm.
And it looks like they're trying to get people to go in.
Something tells me Ren's all about that place.
Ren is dead set on this watch right now. That is his primary focus.
So everybody's kind of looking around, and
You know, Ren, you shouldn't just be looking for places to buy a watch. You are a rogue, a thief. You could just purloin a watch from somebody.
Is he trying to buy or get a watch? I thought he was trying to sell a watch.
No, I'm trying to get a
Sell a
watch.
watch.
Yeah, he took Guy's watch.
Check out this watch. Let's see here. Timberton.
So you're continuing to go through this this large, expansive place,
I
and
don't know if they have such a like a defense mechanism, an anti-stealing mechanism.
and you've like made it into a section that where it's a little bit less populous. There's a little bit less of a crowd, and things look a little bit more uniform. People are walking a little slower, more carefully in here.
How do they look in terms of garb? Do they look like higher class, or is this like a dangerous area that we should be cautious of?
People are still in various clothing,
Okay.
all manner of dress. It's actually kind of difficult to tell. You really don't know what higher class garb looks like here. So it's difficult to say. You just notice that like when you entered this area, things got a little bit like I don't know. The demeanor of people kind of changed a bit.
Are there as many shops?
You don't really see any. Here's the thing. There are things that look like shops, but some of them don't look like they're selling anything. You're you're something there are some traditional looking shops that have stuff and that you kind of recognize and you're like, "Okay, I like kind of know what that is." But then there are like other places where you're like, "I don't know if that's a shop or not." Like I'm not really sure what people are doing in there. There's a lot of places like that. You're starting to realize that this isn't like home and that well, you really don't know how to interact here.
What do you guys think we do? I'm just kind of wandering about now.
Is there is there someone just passing by? Can I just
I'm
yell at
and
someone passing by like, "Hey,
There's
hey
yeah.
you!"
there's
And
like
What kind of
yeah, I
stuff
mean
have you
there's
been
all
seeing?
like,
there's various people like are you
"Hey,
going to try and here's the question, are you going
mhm.
to try and find someone that looks familiar, someone that kind of looks like a human or an elf or a halfling, or are you just going to pick the whatever comes by?
I might go kind of humanish. So humanoid.
Okay. So you kind of like you are you just kind of like grab the first humanoid person that you
Yeah,
see
like,
close?
"Hey, buddy, you know where I can get something good to eat around here?"
And this guy like turns and he's like, "No." And you're not sure what was going on with that guy, but something looked off about that guy. He looked weird. Something was weird about his eyes.
All right, next humanoid.
Oh,
Hey,
Uh
I think Jason's
oh,
back.
what's up? Hey,
My
roll
internet's back.
nice. Roll a charisma check for Thewar. See that. Okay.
What happened?
we've
We
just kind
landed.
of been walking around.
All right, you stop this person and they turn around and it is this incredibly beautiful female, you think, but she's like kind of shimmery. You don't think she has any clothes on, but you can't
But
tell because it's hard to look at her.
okay.
But she is humanoid, and she kind of like turns to you, and like you just kind of hear this greetings.
Yeah, hi. You happen to know where there's any good food around here?
Ah, sustenance for you.
Yes.
Do you prefer the meat or the plant?
Oh,
Meat, baby.
a bit of both, but meat sounds great right now.
Ah, I can guide you to where you will see such a thing. Please follow me,
So generous. Why would you help me, stranger?
because you require my help.
Could you also point me in the direction of the Apple store?
Fresh apples are a commodity here. Difficult to obtain. No. um,
All right, fine. Hooey.
so you you follow this kind of shimmery lady creature. She's really tall too. Like once you like you're not even sure that if it's like her or if it's kind of the glow that's coming from her, but she could be anywhere from like 6 to 8 feet tall.
Did our
It's like
ship take off again, or is it still here, or what's the situation? Am I concentrating? Is what I'm asking.
I guess are you still concentrating? Though we lost internet and
Yeah.
you kind of started to walk away. So we never we never figured
I
that
guess.
out.
I guess if I walked away, then I stopped concentrating.
And Mike was like, "Oh, gotta get the fuck out of here."
Pretty much.
We'll say that Kegel was overwhelmed by all the things and trying not to get crushed, and she was
Yeah.
concentrating on living. So, yeah, you're not sure. Mike is, who knows? You're deep into the crowd now. You're following this lady, and before you know it, you've come to what looks to be a place where there are kind of tavern looking places. These places, you can tell people are eating within them. These are absolutely food places. This is there's no doubt about it. There's food and there's drink and there's music. And the lady person kind of says, "I think this is what you require, is it not?"
Uh, yes, it certainly looks like it. Thank you.
Safe travels, sweet human.
Would you mind if I ask you another question? You seem so wise.
What the fuck are you?
Uh, yes. Actually, I haven't even asked your name. What is your name, kind stranger?
My name is. Roll a saving throw versus death.
All of us?
Awesome.
Yeah, all of
All of
you.
us? Oh
Oh
shit.
my
All
god.
of you.
I'm dead. Later.
Oh
See?
damn. Oh, I'm good.
She was closest to the war. Ooh,
Oh.
rip Timmy.
Timmy was extra there.
Start
No.
bleeding, convulsing.
So,
Oh wait a minute. Nope. Come on, Jay.
oh yeah,
Shoot the
Ke-
J.
Kegel. So
Kegel's got to do a saving throw
so we
versus
got
death.
Guthix, Anya, Guthix and Anya so far, or Ren. Guthix, Anya, Ren.
Still getting my shit with my character together. Where the fuck? These people go.
The sound that came out of that person's voice turned Timmy inside out.
Willie rolling.
His balls came out his butthole.
Saving throw
Say
versus what?
death.
Death
Damn.
or death ray poison. You know, all
Yeah.
that jazz is jazziness. All right, Kegel. Okay, so everybody who passed their saving throw heard her name. You'll never be able to repeat it, and it was it was like emotional for you.
Like
You decide how it was emotional for you, but in some way it was emotional for
People peed a little bit in her pants.
you.
Just a little squirt. Just a little squirt.
Thwar didn't hear anything. He just heard like he just like heard this like just screeching sound and like it like kind of stunned him for a second. Um Timmy passed out, but like just like real quick. You know how like somebody like passes out and they're like immediately like fuck
just
happened.
like does he regain consciousness?
Yeah, like
Or
he does that thing like haven't you ever seen somebody like pass out but they're only out for like a split second?
oh
They
I
kind of
see.
like fall over like they're unconscious for a second and then they're like,
Oh,
"Oh shit."
literally the 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 jolt of falling over wakes you back up.
Exactly. Yeah. It was kind of like that kind of thing. So it didn't actually really harm him. It was just kind of like a he like woke up on the ground like what the hell?
I see. Stay the fuck away from me.
Anya is
Oh,
very angry about this for some reason.
I apologize. I had no idea that you were so fragile. But of course you are. Oh, sweet human. And like you see that
The-
she's kind of starting to get close to Thawar and like her hand is like kind of starting to get close to his face a little bit.
Everybody in her race, their names are
Uh,
power word kill.
I'll take a few steps back.
Ah, forgive me. And then she kind of like shrieks away.
I feel sad. Sorry for her. Oh well.
Can I just like pat myself, make sure there's like nothing on me or something?
It's
Eh,
still there.
You're
Literally,
like,
Anya is very angry. Oh god damn it. He's gone again.
ah, dang it.
He's having internet issues.
Shit.
It's not D&D unless technical
Exactly. Unless
Oh
there's
god,
some
his
sort of
no,
technical
he's now
difficulties.
telling us his power went
power.
out.
Oh,
So there's some kind of
what?
like storm or something near you guys?
Jeez.
No, I'm fine. I'm in the same
Good
town as
rain
he
here.
is.
No, just a brown out.
Thunderstorms.
That's crazy. There might be like storms around though. Like, oh,
And
that's so funny. All right, so Anya's angry. Thawar's kind of patting himself down. You feel weird, but like, you think you're okay. You don't feel like there's anything on you. She didn't actually touch you. She was really
Hmm.
close though. and yeah, you kind of got a creepy feeling about it. Um, yeah, you kind of like you kind of brush yourselves off and like kind of as you're kind of just standing in the middle and this guy comes over to you and he's like, half off, half off, come on, special half off, get in. He's
Timmy
like
is
he's like trying
he's
to like wrestle you in. He's like actually like kind of
what kind of guy is this? Is this like the same whatever the hell that was?
no, you like look at this guy and you thought he was human at first, but he's got like some weird spots and like his ears are like I don't know, they almost look like they're upside down. They're really weird. He's close human, but he's pretty bizarre looking.
Do you
So
seem like a trustworthy fellow?
Hmm,
Can I detect deception?
you can try. I mean, you know, he's basically just telling you there's half off, and he's got a sign that you can't read, um, but he keeps pointing to it and saying half off, and then like trying to shuffle you into this one building.
Half off what?
Oh,
He's still kind of pissed.
half off dinner, ma'am. Half off dinner. Half off. Bushla igada. Half off.
Timmy's gonna waltz over, sit down, and just point at something on the menu.
So Timmy walks into this establishment, and you like the smell of something succulent hits your nose, and you sit down and you look around, and this barmaid, elvish, comes over to you, or at least you think she's elvish. It's hard to tell in this light, but she looks like an elf. She asks you what you want, and you point to somebody else's meal. There's no menu that you can see, at least at this point, but you point to somebody else's meal, somebody that looks good, something that looks good, and she
Not
runs
out of that
off.
one.
Yeah, and she runs off to get that for you.
So
Everybody
we
else
go
is
in.
still kind of standing at the mouth of this restaurant, which is open, by the way. It's like a pretty big open area.
Come on
I'll
now.
Maybe.
go in. I'll go in with Timmy.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we're gonna go follow him in.
Yeah, we'll head in.
So,
Keegle's gonna follow him in too because Keegle's not here to say no, so
yeah,
Keegle's
yeah.
going in too.
So you kind of follow in Timmy, and where did Timmy sit? Did he get a table or did he go up to the bar? There is a bar.
Bar. For
So,
sure. Timmy's
so
a bar guy.
okay, so Timmy's up at the bar. While he's waiting on his food, this small blue kind of kind of gelatinous entity slides up onto the bar and asks him what he'd like to drink.
What kind of ale you got, man?
The thing kind of opens up a little hole within it and like it flips a glass up and then shoots this brown stuff into the glass and it gets all frothy and it kind of slides it towards you and it says, "How special." This is all translated through your little universal translator thing, by the way.
It's normal, please. It's standard stuff.
It says you're
Oh, special.
welcome and then
Get it the
slides
Aki
away.
way.
Thanks.
You're about to drink the gelatinous diarrhea.
I'm gonna look down into my drink and get a feeling.
Mm.
Not the worst. I've trained myself many strange brews.
So
Uh,
do you up bottoms up?
ye- yeah, I'll take a little bit of a swig. See how it is.
It's flippin' delicious.
Mhm.
Oh, it's frothy and thick, like
Oh Lord.
like the best pint from your homeland,
Oh my
with a
God.
hint of vanilla.
Oh fuck, it's root
The
beer.
the entire interaction we just had previously is completely left my mind. I am winging this back. Oh my God, guys, you gotta try this.
And so everybody else takes a seat at the bar or no?
Sure. Ren will
Are
grab a
there enough
cocktail
spots?
as well.
What's that?
Are there enough spots?
Uh, yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I
There's
guess
just
we'll
enough
all stay
spots.
together.
You
Yeah.
can all sit
Mhm.
together even. There's like just enough space for you all to kind of squeeze into the bar at this
So are we
point.
making time for happy hour or
I don't know.
Wait. Guthix, is Guthix still invisible?
Oh yeah,
Gothic
is Gothic still
walks
invisible?
Guthix walks into the shop and he's going to try to find a point where he can um not feel like he's being watched and he'll uncloak himself.
So he's gonna like go into the corner and then and
Yeah, or like
reappear.
behind a hallway or something like
Okay.
that. He'll come back out and sit down with everyone.
All right. So Guthix kind of just appears out of thin air, kind of just shows up and joins everyone else at the bar, and the kind of gelatinous barkeep asks everyone else if they would like the special.
yes, sir.
I like special things.
So everyone else gets a treat of this frothy, foamy liquid from the hole of this creature. Um,
Is it alcoholic?
yes, it is alcoholic, in fact. It's quite tasty. In fact, it's kind of like a Guinness. Mm,
Excuse me.
butthole Guinness.
that
How much?
that sounds like a terrible band.
Oh, Guinness. Or a great band, you never know. Excuse me, barkeep. How much for the special?
5 credits.
Uh, I'm
I'm gonna
from
take out a
our
gold and say how much credits is one of these?
What do you like slap it on the table or do you just hold it up? Like, how do you do
Just gonna
this?
hold it up in front of him.
So you hold this piece of gold up and you're like, how much for one of these? And like the whole place goes quiet and you feel like all eyes are on you. Ho ho ho! Might wanna keep that to yourself, the blob says.
Is this
And
no good here?
Some guy like comes over and he's like, "Hey, buddy. Hey, what do you got there? Ooh, is that gold?"
wouldn't you like to know?
I mean, I already know because I just scanned it from across the room. Would you
I'll
like to
give you
part with that?
I'll give you one if you tell
Yeah,
me more about this place.
Wait, what do you think this is?
This is a transaction, of course.
The guy is
I
hooded and he takes down his hood, and you realize that this guy has kind of like a snake head.
I knew it. For some reason, I knew this guy was going to be a snake.
Interesting.
Like, what do you think this is?
This is you telling me, an off-worlder, more about this place. More
But
about
wait a
you.
minute. This guy is a snake. Is a snake guy? Wouldn't he be considered like a monster on our home world that we would want to attack and kill?
Yeah, this guy would absolutely be a fucking monster on your home world.
And here he is just having this conversation.
how would I get me one of those watches that you can store credits on?
Say what, partner?
I want the thing on your wrist that contains credits. How do I get one?
Huh. Where are you from? Off-worlder? Watch to get credits? Who are you?
Yeah, I came from a
You know
world
what?
that
Ah, I've got your dinner. It's on me.
Oh, that's
hey,
mighty kind of you. Thank you.
The guy kind of like he takes this it almost it almost looks like a card, but it almost looks like it's not real. It almost looks like it's an illusion. And he like takes it and he kind of like scans it over this thing. He like waves it over this thing and you hear this kind of like weird sound. And he's like, "I got it." And then the little card thing disappears.
Use PinPad to complete transaction.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, one of those. Where can I find myself one of those?
Ah, yes. One of those. Don't worry. We'll get to that. Ah, eat your dinner. And the eventually you all get they just give you all the same thing that Timmy has, which is this very succulent meat of something. There's like a weird shaped bone in it that has like it's got like the shape at the one end, but then like just like a one kind of bulb at the other end.
Okay.
So
The
like
meat on the bone.
yeah, the meat, but the bone is kind of shaped like that right there.
Meat
That thing right
on
there.
the bone.
Yeah, that. See that thing right above
Yeah,
Kegel?
yeah. That's what they're feeding us. They're feeding
Yeah.
us
So then
that.
there's like meat around that, and you're like, but it's really good.
Is it juicy meat?
Oh,
Is
it's
it
so juicy.
real
You have no
firm?
idea. Very
Oh
firm
my
and
god.
juicy, and just, oh God, so nice. And
Lots of gravy.
it's just
So
tons of
much.
gravy. Um, this guy introduces himself as uh, as Vildo Flick.
Well, nice to meet you, dildo.
Name's Vildo.
Vildo.
Vildo Flick.
Mr. Flick. Uh, where can we find some place to stay?
Ah, yes, of course. You will stay with me in my dwelling. I will open my home to you. Will do something for me.
The
What's
Ka eyes start going from the Jungle Book. Ka, the snake Ka from the Jungle Book, who
Hmm.
hypnotizes everybody.
What's that?
Those eyes start going. That's it. We're done.
Or I guess, how tired are we?
I mean, you just got down here.
Oh
You were a
yeah.
little overwhelmed, but you're not that tired. You've maybe been here like, I don't know, like 2 hours,
I'm trying
if
to
that.
stop by the card shop first. Grab me a card for credits.
I'll help you get credits. I will. I will.
But I
You.
can't even hold them. I need the thing that holds them.
Yes, but you need something else first. Knowledge. You cannot hold credits unless you understand credits. But Vildo will teach you. You will come with Vildo, and he will teach you well. We are friends here. I have made friends today. What are your names?
This
Uh,
is Dildo,
Yeah.
Dildo,
Yeah.
Gildo,
Nice.
Fildo, Rildo,
Until
and George.
ah,
Jorge.
Bilbo.
Ah, you joke with me. You are so funny. Ha ha. Ha ha ha.
So Jason, we just met Vildo the snake guy,
yeah,
who's
Uh,
invited us to stay at his house.
The
yeah.
He paid for our dinner. We drank the root beer out of some gelatinous dude's ass, and
we didn't.
now we're eating meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Vildo the snake guy paid for our dinner and wants us to stay with him.
Put out
because of the implication.
because
Implication, exactly.
Well, if he's got a good tongue, you
You
He
know,
must
he
you must
does, in
it's like
fact.
you
Eagle's all about it.
it's like you must do something for Vildo. Vildo has eggs at home. Eggs that will turn into children. Children that will be hungry. Vildo needs food.
yeah.
Kind of looks.
All right.
He kind of looks in
Vildo is
close.
Russian snake.
He kind of looks in close, and he's like, I know you think that I am not serious, but I am trying to save your lives.
From what?
Flashing around this gold, like you have no cares. It's unwise.
But we were flashing around gold.
Yeah,
uh,
we held up a
How
gold.
much is gold worth here?
It depends, but in this place, it could be worth a lot. Stick with Vildo. He will help you understand these things.
So it's a sticking dildo.
Stick with Vildo. He take you to Russian gulag.
Yes.
You do very well.
Stick with dildo. He give you a ride
Vildo.
anytime you want.
Thank you, Vilda. My name is Guthix. These are my friends here.
Hello,
Ah,
hello, Vildo. I'm Eagle.
hello.
My name is Inigo Montoya.
This is my father. Prepare to die.
And you, who want credits. What is your
Yeah,
name?
I'm Ren.
The
You?
name's uh the name's Timmy Tinkle.
I
Thank you
like your
for the meal.
I like your
Well,
name.
how did this guy pay for our meal? If
I like this.
Like
He
what
he paid with some little card apparatus that he had. Some little
uh,
like
He had a
weird
credit. He had
hologram.
an Amer.
He had
He had an
the
American
yeah, he
Express.
had a holographic American Express
Yeah, he's got the Mastercard.
Hmm.
to master the moment. Yeah.
he's
Diners
getting
Club.
charged interest on that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Diners
yeah.
Club. Yeah.
Can I get
That
my card melted
fucking my
down and made of the gold that I have
dick.
with me here? Melt down a gold piece and have the Visa gold card.
What about you? You look angry.
That's my secret. I'm always
I always agree.
Anya. My name is Anya.
And you, sir.
Well, hi there. I'm Peter Persimmon.
Okay. It's okay, Peter. So, you come to my dwelling. It's deep within the city.
That didn't sound creepy at all.
Nope.
Come
Nope.
to my dwelling. It's deep within the city.
Of course.
You'll never get out.
Lead away, sir.
Can I try to read his thoughts?
Sure.
It's just a saving throw for him versus something.
Oh, that's right.
I'm looking it up. Versus spells.
Okay. He is. He has self serving thoughts. He doesn't seem to wish to harm you. He does seem interested in your gold. Um, but he doesn't seem like he's nefarious. He seems like he is shrewd. There's a difference, right?
Hmm.
His thoughts he see it's very transactional, like his
Okay.
thoughts about what he wants to do with you. It's not negative in the sense that he's not malicious like having malicious thoughts towards you in any way, but he definitely wants to get something from you, but he also seems to be willing to reciprocate in some way.
What kind of a snake is he?
Kind of like a kind of an aspy like serpent. He's really shiny too.
A lot of shiny people here.
Yeah, yeah. There are a lot of shiny people here. Well moisturized this place. But yeah, so this guy, he kind of like he kind of looks around and he's like, "Ooh, you've been noticed. We had better leave if everyone has done their meal."
Who noticed us?
Come on, let's go. He
Lead away,
uh
sir.
he kind of like makes a motion Anya making
Wait,
an
wait. Does he actually have hands
he
and arms?
does. He does. He has
Okay.
arms and legs. Yeah, he is basically humanoid, but he's like a snake man
Okay.
essentially. Yeah, Anya make an intelligence check.
No.
Yeah, yeah, you missed that. So the your friend Vildo, he goes to he seems to be making his way to the door, and he seems like the intention is for you to follow him. With it, whether you do or not,
Yeah, I'll follow him.
totally up to you. But
Yeah, I
he
guess we're
he's
gonna stay together here, and we're gonna
he's
do it.
We're together.
he's kind of making a quick run for the door. So everybody kind of jets out with him immediately as you kind of like get to the door. It's like not even like subtle. This like group of characters kind of
Begins
gets
following him.
gets up. Like clearly like as you're kind of leaving, they like all kind of like get up. And
Is it initiative?
not yet.
I'm
Uh,
gonna hide in shadows as soon as I exit the premises.
okay. What's
Let me get over to it. Boom.
anybody else doing anything as soon as they get outside?
Getting ready to draw.
Uh,
Okay.
Keegan's
yeah.
going to cast invisibility.
On herself, I'm assuming.
Um, on everyone.
There, you can only get. Shit.
Remember, we had this conversation. You're like, no, you can do it more. No, yeah, of course, myself.
I mean, you could do it on somebody else.
No, I'm casting on myself. What the fuck?
And he's like,
Mm.
Yeah.
all right. So, Kegel casts invisibility on herself. Um, Ren takes a hide position. What about Timmy and Guthix? Doing anything special or just following the man?
I'll just
Snake
follow him.
man. Okay.
Yeah.
And Anya kind of readying to try and quick draw, but womp
Yeah.
womp. What about
Hmm.
Thawar?
I'm not gonna lie, I was reading something else at that moment. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Ah,
The question was, are you doing anything as soon as is basically somebody was like, oh, I'm doing, or Ren was like, I'm hiding as soon as I get outside the door. So the question was, are you doing anything as soon as you get outside of the restaurant, or are you just kind of following the snake guy?
no, I'm just gonna follow him. I'm not doing anything weird.
Not anything special. All right. So these guys get up and they are just big and beefy. Yikes! What
The
was that?
fuck was that?
What the fuck?
Huh?
Marshmallow! Is that how the
They make it
guys are?
beefy, but that's what they sound like.
Yeah.
Hey, you come over here.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Buck cheer, buck char, buck char chop.
They're just
Okay.
chicken guys.
Oh my
Big
goodness.
beefy chicken guys.
Big beefy. Hell yeah. All right. Anywho, so yeah, these big huge dudes and they've got all these things all over them like pouches and shit. Like they're just like they kind of look like they have armor almost, but they're like big, like Andre the Giant size dudes. And there's four of them, and they kind of like stand up, and they're clearly now like following you through the crowd. And
Yeah, I'm gonna backstab one of them as soon as they come out.
okay, let's go ahead and pull up the turn tracker. Let's see, I'm gonna put the turn tracker in a nice spot right here above this dick. All right. Don't forget to these tiles
Okay.
are your characters, so go ahead and don't forget to click on them for initiative.
What
Um,
tiles? What?
like your character, these things here, like that's key goal right there. So like you would click, you know how you like click on your character to like before you do your initiative so that it goes onto the turn tracker. We've only been doing this for like I don't know how long.
Yes, I don't see anything, but like I don't see any people.
You
At
don't
the bottom.
you don't
Maybe
see.
zoom out a little bit.
Yeah,
You don't see people at the bottom of the
you might
screen?
need to zoom out. You don't see everybody. Kegel should be the lower right hand corner.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. My freaking thing is like half screen. So
Oh,
all right.
okay. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway. But okay, so Ren, you're trying to backstab. So, just go ahead and well, actually, yeah, well,
Roll out an attack.
yeah, just roll out an attack. I mean, everybody else can do initiative because obviously we're gonna need initiative anyway. But Ren is making himself known regardless. All right.
Super roll a fucking 2.
So, Ren, you come out from behind this dude, and is that is that your is that modified already for back attack or no?
No, that's not modified for back attack.
Okay, so all right. Okay, then it is a hit. All right. I just needed to know that. You should that's what you need to do. You need to just make a an entry on your character sheet for like back attack for whatever dagger you usually use for it.
Okay.
I mean, you don't have to do it right now, but idea for the future. So, Ren appears and jams his dagger into this guy's back. It does pierce his armor, or you get him in a spot where he doesn't have armor, like close to up here, and just plunge into his flesh. And the guy's like, "Ah!" You don't kill him, but it like brings him down to his knees, which actually like when he's on his knees, he's equal height to Ren. That's how big these guys are. And
Are they big enough that we all get larger than man size against these guys?
not everybody.
I do probably.
Kegel, and Timmy would, but everybody else no.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're like, you know, you're
These
regular
match
size.
the description of what we think would be a Karin.
No, these things have two eyes and very, very
Ah,
human
okay,
ears.
gotcha.
And they're kind of this reddish color. They're like this beet red color. But they're like covered in these things. They have these pouches and all this stuff all over them. And all right, so turn tracker here. All right, it looks like
Kegel is still invisible at this point in time.
Like even though she failed that quick draw, she's still got the best initiative.
yes. She has she didn't even really need that quick draw because she had
Probably
time
not.
to draw
Yeah. Yeah,
technically.
okay.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not even going to count
Alright.
that failure because
Alright.
you really didn't need it because you had a little bit of the few seconds when Ren
Right.
initially attacked. But so what are you doing? There's
So
these
she's
four
gonna
guys. The most rear one is now to his knees, and the other guys are, what's going on?
she's going after one of the other guys.
Okay. Guy at the
So
front.
she's guy at the front, I guess.
All right.
I mean, it's not an alley. I mean, we can all spread out.
Yeah, it's not an alley now.
So she's going
It's more like a
to
courtyard. Like
yeah,
a.
she's going to attack. Oh fuck. And attack.
All right.
So
So,
that second one is like got the minus what 4 on it or whatever it is.
oh yeah, okay. So she hits obviously with her first attack, not with her second attack. So she hits with her sword, It does kind of a glancing blow on this first guy, and tries to hit him twice, and he just looks fucking pissed. And it is Timmy Tim Tim. Will the Timmy Tim win?
Got to buy my hair with my chinny chin chin.
So Timmy turns around, and how many of these guys are there?
There are four. The lead guy is slightly injured. The most rear guy is currently kind of prone on his knees with Ren's dagger plunged into his collarbone, or like into the flesh between his collarbone.
Okay. Timmy's gonna go after one of the guys that's still standing up, and try this. Not so great.
All right, yeah, Timmy definitely does not hit. Uh,
Womp womp.
hey, how come there are two Rens? Wait, that's an old Ren.
What's up?
on the on my version of the turn tracker, for some reason there are like two Rens, which is weird. There's like an old Ren for some reason.
I'm a
Really?
friend.
Yeah, you guys can't even see it, but that's okay. It's on you, so it is Ren's turn again, again.
Yep. He is going to try to, he's going to remove that dagger, try to stab him again, and then throw another one at a different guy.
Oh, geez. All right.
It's thrown off. So, that was the first one.
Okay. That is a hit. So you basically like you lifted your dagger and just stabbed the guy in the same spot again, and he's just like, oh, he's just like scrawl, just yelling. His eyes are like bulging out of his beet red head. It's even more red
So then
somehow.
I throw this at
Sure.
like the next closest one.
Okay, so the guy kind of in front of
Oh
him.
no!
Oh
And a complete
no!
failure.
Oh no! That's not
Ooh.
good.
We stabbed
Okay.
Dildo.
All right. Harrow, go ahead and roll a D100.
Nice 6.
Okay. Um. So, you throw your dagger and you hit Guthix for 5 damage.
Oh damn!
It's like a dead straight on shot for Guthix. The guy like moves and you're just like and just like straight past this dude, rated Guthix, who's ready to attack. It's a
Why?
horrible friendly fire. And let's see. All right, here we go. And Thwa. Actually, it's Thwa, Guthix, and Kegel because everybody's. Wait, is that not right? Wait, does Kegel have a
Eagles
2?
got like two, but I don't know
Oh,
how that's
okay.
possible. But
That's so weird. Anyway,
I would have had to
I'm.
roll. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Seeing like weird shit on my end, but it's fine. Whatever. But for the sake of consistency, Thwar, you're up.
All right. I'm being boring. I'm just boring. I'm just gonna turn around and just walk straight up to the one that was pretty much as close as close to me as possible.
Probably the front one, the one that Anya hit.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna stab him.
Okay.
But I just think back to a discussion I had with when I was getting my plasma dagger. I'm like, oh, this is probably good against armor, so I'm going with the plasma dagger. It's good.
I mean, yeah, yeah, you're swinging with it. And the guy's like,
Oh wait, that was the throne roll.
"Oh, oh, you
That's the
threw."
same. It's the same dice. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
Oh,
one
okay.
retcon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, as long as it's the same, yeah, you've
A plasma dagger does well on good armor, but wait a minute, it doesn't do so well on plasma armor.
yeah, not on plasma armor, not at all. Um,
I got those Atreides like force field like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
shield
yeah.
things.
All right, Guthix, you're up.
Vildo, please help us. And I go to try to cast Entangle on the dude that is actually just one of the other dudes. Changed my mind. So let me go ahead and pull that up for ya. Where the fuck? It's on level 1.
I don't know, could he cast? Because he
Let's
was hit with a dagger.
uh, do you have a rope or vine? I guess you have your rope, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
always
okay.
got rope.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. Ren did like stab you with a dagger. Ah, shit.
So
You
I didn't
may
have the concentration to even.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you were just hit, yeah, you probably aren't going to be able to actually make that casting. You're like, oh, why me? Let's see. And then they go. They
There
go.
you go.
So the one in the back, just like he's just lost a lot of blood. I mean, there's just blood everywhere. Like you hit him and just splurting out, and the guy like he's tries to like get up but he kind of like stumbles and he's like he takes a swing back at Ren, but misses just like a just tries to punch you, but like kind of misses, and he's kind of all over the place, slipping around in his own blood. The guy at the front has some sort of a gun in his hand, and he shoots at Anya. And just barely misses her, and you hear like somebody back in the crowd go, "Ah!" um, and then the two other guys, one of them uh, tries to also like turns around and like uh, shoots at Ren but misses, and then the last guy tries to shoot at Guthix but also misses, and it is Kegel.
How many people? How many of these? How many are there?
There's four.
Four.
There's four. There's one lightly hurt, one heavily hurt, two not hurt at all.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I guess up to the heavily hurt one and try to stab the heavily hurt one with a dagger.
All right, so you're going like right in close to that last one that
Yeah.
Ren is scuffling with.
Get rid of one if possible. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah. So
Go
how,
for
let's
it.
see how this works though, because should I get a bonus?
A bonus for.
Well, I don't know, because they're big.
You don't get a bonus to hit them. They essentially get a penalty to hit you.
Oh,
That's kind of the way it works. You kind of get a bonus to your armor class against them, which is effectively is a penalty against them because they're so big and you're so small. So like trying to like hit you, trying to like target you is difficult for them. So that's the way that
Oh,
works. But
not bad.
you like run up and like stab this guy in the face and he is dead. Um, and
While I was invisible, and then at the moment that it happens, I was no longer invisible.
that is correct. And now it is initiative.
So he did not see it coming.
He did not see it coming.
Come on. Did that go through? Is that the right one? Didn't. There we go.
All right, let's see here. Is that everybody?
Seem to have
mm-hmm.
6 rolls. Yeah.
All right. So then it looks like a Ren is up. You are muted. You're still muted.
Yep. I will go to the closest one.
the next one in line basically.
Yep. And I'm going to
There's one that turned around to fire at you.
perfect. So I'm gonna hit them with the 2-dagger strikerino.
Okay.
Well, that was not the best.
Oof. Not so
God
much.
damn.
And we'll try this one. And that one's at a -4, so they were both just
Yeah,
wildly inaccurate.
yeah. Absolutely, no good. No hits there. Were those weren't thrown though, right? Those were just
Nope, both melee.
melee.
Ah,
Okay, that's what I thought. All
at
right.
least they didn't hit me this time.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And Guthix is
Ren
up.
keeps Ren keeps throwing and hitting Guthix and just kills Guthix.
So again, there's the lightly wounded one that Anya is fighting. There is one that Ren is now like engaged with, and then there is a third
So what
just
does
seems to
Vildo
be
do?
firing into the crowd.
Does Vildo give a damn at all?
You actually don't even see Vildo at the moment.
Really? Mm.
Well, remember he was like follow me, and he was like darted off, and then you like he like kind of wasn't looking back. He was just going, and you kind of started a melee, and you're not really sure where he is. You don't see him.
Interesting. Okay. Well then, Guthix will go ahead and make a melee attack.
Uh, Gothic
Aim it.
swings his sword and misses, and let's see. We got Kegel. Kegel.
Yeah.
Kegel the seagull.
Ziotan. You are up.
Work on it. Fucking thing sucks.
Computer problems?
Vision problems.
Oh, vision problems. Uh,
It's the Beatus.
yeah. So Kegel tries to stab at one of them and misses, And let's see, who do we got? Thwar and what Timmy go at the same time as they do.
Okay. Timmy, Tim, Tinkleton, Tim. He hits.
Damn.
All right, who
He
was he
hits.
trying to hit? The one, the
Same random number dude that he was going for last time.
okay, all right. So that guy is now injured. What about Thwar?
Um, where is it?
The one that
You know
was
what?
shooting at Anya
Mhm.
continues to shoot at Anya, and this time he hits her. And she takes 7 damage.
Ow.
That's
Oh goodness.
smarted. That was an energy weapon that he's using there. Holy crap.
Oh dear.
That hard light.
Back to me.
Hmm? Yeah, yeah.
Is that back to me? Is that
Yeah,
them?
when
Okay.
yeah, yeah. They're still going, but you're going too, so whenever you're
That
ready.
after seeing the one that just shoots at Anya, I'm gonna, as long as I'm within 90 feet,
Mhm.
90 feet of it, I'm gonna cast auditory illusion on him. And I just wanted to say a whole bunch of like negative words. I don't know if I can specify. I probably can't specify words. But basically, like, you're a failure. You're gonna miss. Like behind their head.
Oh, okay, okay. I see, see, see.
You see
Okay.
words.
Huh?
You see words.
What do you mean I see words? Yeah, I'm reading the spell description in the chat.
Yeah, he said words, and then you said, "I see, I see, I see."
Ah, yes, I do see words. Okay, so that was targeted the one that shot Anya then?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it actually, because it says target is N. I feel like it actually just happens for everybody.
Everyone in that range. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. I think so. Yeah, yeah. So I think it just happens for everybody. So it's like, but if you're like making it kind of directed right behind them, then
Yeah.
yeah, okay, gotcha, gotcha. I see what you're saying. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, so there's this weird ass noise now, and Timmy already went, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Timmy went.
And he got
Okay. So there's
Fat
the
boy.
one shot Anya. There is uh one shoots Timmy. Unfortunately, only 3 damage for Tim. He's small. They did hit him despite his small size, but might have helped him not being vaporized. And then
So are these like plasma bolts?
yeah, these are like lasers. These are like basically like yeah, they're shooting at you. There's some serious weaponry.
Okay.
And the last one goes for Ren but misses. And let's see. Is it Anya?
Oh damn. Both of them basically,
That same first
even with the
guy.
-4,
Yeah, yeah.
even with that -4.
All right. That first guy is pretty hurt now. And of course, it is initiative. That everybody? Or no?
Almost. One second.
Almost.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That looks right.
That everybody? Okay. Cool, cool. All right. Then Ren is up.
All right, same plan as last time, but this time hopefully it works.
Yeah. All right. You there's no penalty to that one, right?
No.
Okay. So yeah, you dig your
This one will
dagger.
go into the same guy though. This one does have -4.
Oh
It's a
yes.
complete miss.
So yeah, total miss. But that first one was a good hit.
Yep.
So now all three are injured. Um, two of them fairly decently hurt. One of them, and Tim and Anya.
Oh, you'll pay for that. And it's going after the same guy.
All right. Hits him. Carves up a little bit more damage there.
Get a nice little slice out of this dude.
And Anya hits with the first. The guy that she is fighting is like still up, but just barely. He's looking fucking rough.
Oh, rough.
Rough. And let's see, who do we got? Kegel goes at the same time that they do. So that one in the front desperately trying to shoot Anya, but misses terribly. Kegel just misses that one.
Fuck.
Uh, One tries for Tim and misses, and then the last one hits Ren. Uh, Shoots Ren for 5 damage.
He was done fucking around.
Yeah, be done fucking around.
They gotta have an AC of like 3.
They do have, well, I mean, you've got to figure that out by now. And let's see, who do we got here? Guthix.
Let's see. How are we looking so far?
There's 3 guys. The one that Anya is fighting is like nearly dead. The other 2 guys are injured, but like still up and fighting and in hurt, but in condition to do a lot of damage still.
Let's see.
And then there's a dead guy.
I will attempt to finish off this one with Anya.
Okay.
Swing and a miss.
Not so much. And the war.
All right. Am I There's 2 that are still good and 1 closest to Anya, which is most injured. Which one am I closest to?
I mean, you were kind of stood back, so I'm gonna assume that probably the one that you're easiest to get to would be the one that Anya's fighting.
All right. Uh, I'm going to approach then and swap out my daggers.
Ooh.
Ah, so that finishes off that guy. He doth be dead. And looks like it is initiative. There are two left. They're both injured. A fair, like I would say equally,
Equally injured. Gotcha.
roughly. Yeah.
Did that not save? Didn't save. Yeah.
All right.
2, 3, 4, 5. We're missing one. Mark, Ethics, Timmy, Kegel, Ren. Yeah.
Ah,
There we go.
all
Let's
right.
see it, Thor.
It
All right.
is Thuar.
Just right after that stab, just immediately just with that same dagger, just chucking it, throwing it at the next guy.
Okay.
Um, where's the
Ooh, not so much.
god?
Yeah. And Timmy.
So Timmy is going to pull out his crossbow, fire a shot.
Oh,
Damn.
All right. Timmy hits hits that guy that he was fighting, and yeah, that guy is he's more hurt. He's
Nice.
surprised at what you hit him with. They're pretty angry. They're like screaming obscenities, and there's this fucking weird sound that just like permeates everything. That's just causing absolute chaos. Um,
Coming from them?
no, coming from just the area, the war.
Ah, oh, I see. I see.
Okay.
Anya.
All right. So I'm going to describe this. Okay.
Oh no.
I want to use alertness to drop the dagger and pick up the gun from the guy that just got killed,
Okay.
and then use quick draw and fire it at the next guy.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah. So
And then you're getting a call at the same time as you're trying to do
but
this complicated
yeah,
maneuver.
yeah. So all right. So alertness, quick draw, and then fire the weapon. But I don't have I guess I can use crossbow on it, right?
Well, I'll tell you what to do. So just do it one at a time.
Well,
So,
okay. She's calling back. I got
oh
it.
my
I got to
gosh.
hold on.
Okay.
I got to do this.
Of
Hold
course.
on.
Right on his turn too. Fucking hell.
who is she?
Probably his ex-wife,
Uh,
mother of his child. That's why he has to answer.
uh,
Yeah, just in case there's an emergency. Look at his face. Look at his
yeah.
face. He's talking to his
He's like,
ex-wife. It was very short. Wait, no.
wait,
Uh-oh,
yeah.
maybe not. He was just boomering the call a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Oh, come on. He doesn't look too alarmed though. He's just kind of
No,
like,
well, let's not work.
yeah. Oh man.
Maybe he's pissed.
Nah, I don't think he's pissed. He doesn't look pissed. It's pretty funny. Oh dang, Harrison, do you have the Doritos?
No, he's done.
I ate the rest of them.
Ah shit.
I'm sorry to say.
It's okay. It's okay. No worries. No worries. I understand.
All right, I'm back.
You're back? All right.
I'm back.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we go.
So I
Okay.
haven't rolled anything yet,
Okay.
so
So,
I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait till you get back to your
yeah,
screen.
what was your first thing?
So alertness to drop
Alertness,
the
that's
dagger
right.
and pick up the weapon and pick up the gun. Or okay, so she wants to drop the dagger, pick up the gun, and fire it.
Drop the
So I
dagger is a free action. You just drop your
okay.
weapon, right?
So
Pick
pick
up
up
the
the gun.
gun, you
Alertness or
need
quick draw.
quick draw, right?
Okay. Pick up the
Think.
gun and fire is basically what she wants to do.
Yes. So, okay, so here's gonna be the deal.
All right.
So first pick up the gun, so first quick draw. Just roll the roll just to make sure you got it. Okay,
Yes.
just scramble just
Yes.
barely. Okay.
Okay.
Fumble with the gun, intelligence roll.
Oh shit! You gotta figure out how to roll and shoot the weapon.
Cause you gotta figure it out really quick.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no. Oh
Okay.
no.
Okay.
Well, this makes things interesting.
Click,
Okay.
click.
So that is interesting.
You shoot
So
yourself.
let's see here. Hang on. All right. So go ahead and roll an attack roll.
With
Cause you're
what?
cause you're doing all of these things. Just roll a 20. Just a bare 20.
Okay. Okay.
And what's your base
Base THACO is 17.
THACO? 17, and then you have a dexterity of what?
Dexterity of 14.
Okay, got it. All right, yeah, I roll a 20. Okay, all right, all right. Anya she's like slides over, grabs the gun, kind of fumbles with it for a second. She's like holds it up like this, and then it
Well, no, one hand. It's
oh,
one-handed
one-handed.
because she's got the sword in her other
Oh
hand.
yeah. She's got still got the sword in the hand, grabs one-handed, goes like this, gun explodes in her hand, 8 damage,
Oh,
Oh shit!
knocking you back prone and kind of stunned.
ooh, yeah, yeah. I mean, seriously, she's like
Yeah,
down
yeah.
by more than half at this point.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
that knocked her at half. Should she do something?
No, cuz it wasn't like half all at once.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So she's knocked back, stunned, failed her technology, uh,
Yeah,
failed
seriously
at
failed it.
technology. Let's see, and looks like Kegel once again goes at the same time that they do.
Eagle's not fucking around. Magic missile, closest one.
Okay, all right, the one that she was like hitting before, I'm assuming.
Yeah, whoever's
All
closest.
right.
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll the damage?
No, okay. Doesn't matter.
Or you probably don't have it set up, right?
No, I don't. I
All
need to
right.
set it up on my sheet.
How many missiles does Kegel have?
She's fifth level.
Shit, fifth
So
level. Is that two? You get two at fifth?
3, I think.
I think so. I think it's two. Harrison, do you remember? I fucking never remember this shit.
What level are you?
Fifth,
Fifth level magic missile.
I think you have 2
2.
I
or
think
3.
that's.
Is it
Uh,
2 every 5 levels?
I
that's
thought
an.
it was 3.
Yeah, but you get 1 at level 1. So then at
Right.
5, you might have gotten 2 more
For
here.
every 5 levels,
That's
two.
right.
Two
Yeah. So
more. Oh, two more.
I got,
So you got
I got
three.
3.
You
Yeah.
got
I
three.
thought.
You got three. Okay. So because you can aim them. So all three at the same guy, or two at one guy and one
How
at,
injured are they?
huh?
How injured are they? That's the question.
They're both of them are fairly injured. The one guy is pretty injured. The guy that you'd been hacking away at is a little bit more injured than the other guy at this point. But they're both fairly injured.
Well, let's do two at one and one at the other.
Okay.
Two at
Uh
the injured, and then the fairly injured gets one, just because like fuck it, I'm taking out at least one guy.
okay, gotcha. All right. So, all right. So those first two like absolutely like annihilate that first guy. And then that last one, this motherfucker won't go down. He's like still chilling. But there's only one guy left, and he is fighting mad. And let's see. It's actually the guy that you. Jesus Christ! Holy crap!
No, no.
The guy that you hit does actually
That was
get
the
a
fighting mad
chance
guy,
to
actually.
fuck. No, fuck. No.
Wait, no, wait a minute. The guy that he hit gets
Yeah,
a chance
yeah.
to fuck somebody.
Nah,
What?
that guy sucks. He didn't do nothing. Both of the guys suck. They didn't do anything, and there's this one last dude left, and you see finally you see this like shot come from kind of behind you. It misses. It doesn't hit anything. But if you look, it's your friend Vildo. He's like finally showed up, and
A
he's like
shot of what?
it look like
A
like a
laser gun?
laser, like yeah, like a some laser type, some light energy sort of weapon, and he is firing into the crowd at this point. He kind of looks like, if you look back at him, he looks a little awkward. Um, and let's see, it is the Guthix and Ren.
Kill this motherfucker so I can go to bed.
Going in. It's taking us. Oh,
Oh,
Oh, that was
oh,
so close.
was there, dude. It was there.
Ah,
Dang.
goddamn virtual dice.
Wah,
Damn.
wah.
Dice. So Guthix takes his bastard wooden magic sword, swipes in a valiant but
Futile effort. Damn. And then Ren.
All right, I'm gonna stab him same as last time.
All right.
stabby, stabby, stabby.
And that is a finishing blow. The last guy crumples down. And there you
So
are.
searching the bodies I'm gonna
Taking the
rummage the
armor in their
bodies
pockets for their
for
credit card.
yeah, for their anything, their credit, their weapons, their anything.
Give me them credits.
Yeah.
All right, so you start to rummage through the bodies. There are three of these blasters, but they are large, which means that only a fighter can use them. Which I think technically means that the only person that can actually use them is the person that failed to use one.
We can sell them though.
You probably could sell them, yeah. So you've got three of those blasters. Obviously, the one is
Is she
destroyed.
back awake yet? By the way.
Yeah, yeah, should by now because
Okay.
the fight's over. Um, so yeah, yeah. So you've got three of those blasters. Then the guys are big, so whatever armor they were wearing is big. Like their clothing is like just monstrous. But like I
They're
said,
that
they've
far
got like
behind
all
Flint
these like
Slope.
pouches and belts. They've got a bunch of stuff on them.
I'm looking for their credits.
Yep.
when you say
Anya's good. Yeah, Anya's just gonna start looking through pockets.
Yeah, pockets, pouches, anything. Looking for valuables.
they seem to have lots of various devices.
I would like that.
I'm gonna take them all off of the guy that I killed the first. I'm gonna take just every device he has, put it in the bag of holding.
Okay.
Actually, we should probably throw everything into the bag of holding. That
Okay.
way, it's just easier to carry.
So you're just gonna chuck just anything from any pouch that you can get,
And then we'll
anything
divvy
from
it
any
up.
belt.
Yeah, and then
Yep.
we'll divvy it up next session.
And then we get out of here.
Yeah, that's it. Well, that's the other thing is that you do have Vildo, and he's like, hurry up, come on, get the stuff and go, hurry.
He's like, these
All
guys
right.
are bastards, man.
If they were
Chase
smaller,
after
I
him.
would just say just throw the whole guy into the goddamn bag.
It's like, that's how
But
they got
but
all
they're
their
not. But they're not big enough, or the bag's not big enough.
When there was kind of basically a laser battle going on, this whole place had cleared out, but people are kind of starting to like filter back in now. So you're like really have to like hurry up.
Oh, wait a
At
minute.
this point, too,
Is there a dead person? Is there a dead bystander?
There is a dead bystander.
Loot the dead bystander.
Yeah, loot the dead bystander. We're looting the dead bystander.
Looting the dead bystander.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna write that down.
Timmy's
All
going to
devices.
take
Loot.
one of the belt sashes and sling it over his shoulder and get out of there.
Timmy.
Yeah, Timmy.
Okay. So he takes this
This
thing, he
belt
like
that's like he's
slings.
got to drag
It's like,
probably.
yeah, it's so big, man, but actually yeah, we'll
The
see.
bandolier isn't like a bandolier for
We'll
him.
see. It might adjust. It might even automatically adjust. But just gets all small to fit him. It'd be funny as shit. Yeah, so that's actually good because it'll give me some time to generate some
Oh shit.
unusual little pieces of treasure for you
All
to
right.
fuck around with next time. So that'll
All
actually
right.
work
So
quite well.
Steve, I've written down 3 blasters,
Okay.
all devices,
Okay.
and looted dead bystander.
Okay. All right.
Just so yeah.
Okay.
It,
Okay.
yeah.
Got it.
hmm
All right.
And it's 10:30. We
It is
probably
time.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in tomorrow, so
Ah, dang.
yeah.
You feeling better at
Does
least?
anyone actually go in, other or I don't know?
What?
Does anyone actually do anything? Like Garrett, what do you do right now?
Right now?
Because you're done school, right?
Oh, you mean in general? Yeah, I work. I go in at 7:30, 7.
Ugh, suck. Yeah. All right. Well,
I get up at 6 o'clock every morning and go down to Allegheny College and walk a mile, come home, and then go to work.
you're fucking crazy.
No.
Dude, I had to take her
The milk.
car to the dealer to get an oil change, a bunch of just random stuff done to it, and her inspection. And I got there, and it was like a bunch of stuff, and they were like, "Oh, it's gonna be like some time, like it's like an hour away." I had to get up at 7 this morning to go to drive this thing. Anyway, I'm there. They're getting ready to give me a rental. My fucking driver's license expired.
Oh, you,
Oh no.
No.
oh,
That sucks.
Oh no. You didn't know?
I did not know. Somehow I missed the notice and it like was right after my birthday. So I had to do it online real quick, but I was able to like thankfully do it online, get the little like temp thing, and they like gave me
Oh
my
my
rental so I
god.
was able to go home.
Oh
did you have
my
to pay
god.
like anything extra or anything, or was it like,
I mean, just the fee for whatever, like the online fee.
yeah,
No, nothing special. It was like,
You might get
oh,
something in the mail. PA might send you something in the
not
mail.
gonna be a ticket or something?
Once their computer catches you and says, "Oh, you were without a license for this long."
yeah,
I don't know,
I don't
maybe.
know, probably not. It's a very short time. Hopefully, it's But
Oh
it was an
goddamn.
honest mistake. Like I seriously, like I didn't know, and I was like, oh crap. But yeah, I rectified it immediately. So I feel like that should be goodwill enough to like
Goddamn.
like immediately. So yeah. Anyway, but yeah, that was my crazy early today.
Huh.
So if you like crazy stories, like and subscribe,
Yeah.
share this content.
Comment.
Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, we got 2 new YouTube subscribers. I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but
Woohoo!
for us,
Yes.
that's a
So
lot.
now we have a
So
total of 2.
we have
Actually,
we
that's
have like
like
12 or something. I don't know.
we went from 10 to 12, so that's a
Yeah.
significant percentage right there.
Some
Hey,
of those are people
20
or us.
20% hike. No. I looked at the person. I'm not sure. They were like they were clearly a D&D fan. I looked at
But no,
their things.
what he's saying is how many of those 12 are us?
Oh, or us. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, probably a
Yeah.
couple. I'm
5.
sure. Yeah, five probably.
5 or 6.
But some of them aren't. That's what I'm saying. The new people are like not us, which is good. They're
Excellent.
viewers.
Yeah.
So thank you, viewers. You know, if you
Yeah.
subscribe, that's awesome.
Hey, is
Like, comment,
is
share.
Big Papa Nelson still here?
Probably not.
Did Big Papa did he stay around?
We got to get a
What they
That
A
told me.
Nelson raid.
it says that he's still
Ah,
here.
we might be just hanging out in the back. Oh shit, he's
He's
just hanging
there.
There's
out.
a
Listen.
there's a lot of people.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Mm.
All right.
Thanks for
So
sticking
like
around,
yeah,
sir.
there
Appreciate you.
actually are a lot of people in here.
Yeah, how many of
Really?
those
It says
people
to
are
me there's 3
bots? 3.
I don't
for
know.
us.
I don't know how many
I,
there are,
I don't know. I think Harambe. Who
but
is
Big
Harambe?
Papa,
I think Harambe is actually a person, but I'm not sure who
Harambe
that is.
Stan 69.
Yeah, I believe that is actually a person.
Yeah, he's whoever it was said man overboard at one point, and I caught it, but I wasn't sure what.
Yeah, that's Haram. That's
He
Harambe
was
Stan
talking when
69.
JT
Whoever
dropped the first
whoever
one.
whoever Harambe Stan 69 is
Ah,
actually a person.
I see. Yeah. Oh, thank you again for being in chat, for
Yeah.
watching. I'm gonna try and have the video on YouTube as a premiere for 7:30 on Wednesday from now on.
Oh, I thought you said 7:30 tomorrow morning.
No.
Yeah.
So
He's
it's
gonna
like
work all
if you
night.
yeah. So like if you missed the show at 7:30 tonight, you catch it 7:30 on YouTube tomorrow. It's all good. Why do all the characters look like Ronnie? Now Thawar looks like Ronnie.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Both
I
I don't
gotta
know.
go.
I thought the war looked a little like Elvis actually.
Yeah.
Asian Elvis.
Asian Elvis.
Uh,
I
Huh.
want to know why all the male characters seem to be very feminine looking
Except for
actually.
Timmy. Timmy
Timmy
is
looked like a guy. He's a dude.
yeah, Timmy is the dude's dude, but everybody else is
I think that's just side effect of anime face, you know?
yeah, true.
All smooth and
Peace.
yeah.
I gotta
Lots
go. I got
lots of they them in this party.
Peace, Jay.
Yeah,
Good night,
Jay.
man. See ya.
to ready for tomorrow.
Yeah,
Peace.
later.
See
Cool.
you guys.
Good night, guys.
See
Later.
ya.
Bye.